the last 20 years, I think I did like 25 or 26 meet and greet with Toto.
Oh, nice.
Bringing them mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, T-shirt, shirts of the Italian team with their names on the back.
Wow.
And so I started to have a little bit of acquaintance, you know. I always wear my 22 or 24 VIP. I don't have them here at home. The badges, you know. I always go with a lot of badges, so they recognize Mike from Rome. They don't know my name, but they know Mike from Rome. And that's the way that I also contacted Shannon for playing on my album. He was incredible. And well, anyway, I don't know if you will ask me, but it's really interesting how this thing started.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a musician per se. I mean, I can play guitar and I can play keyboards, but I'm not good. You know, I'm good enough to compose. And people say that I write good songs. People say that. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah,
but
it is.
But I normally write, I arrange, and I produce. Okay, and I managed to have my own studio here, which has analog equipment, a big analog console, and stuff like that. I like that, but it's a waste of money, of course, because nowadays, I'm a lawyer. You know, in the real life, I'm a lawyer, and so. It all started with my parents that were changing houses, and they found some ADAT tapes. You're too young, but maybe you don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
in the 90s.
I'm 51. I'm not that young, so.
Oh, okay. In the 90s, there was this the first really affordable digital recording system, which was ADAT. I ended up at that time having 3 ADATs together with a MIKE console, and they had this kind of was called BRC that was controlling the 3 ADATs together. And I had my band, which was not professional, okay, and I had some songs. When my parents moved, they actually found these tapes, and at that time I put them away. After some time, when I had the possibility to have to throw away a little bit of money, I started to find some professional musicians to make a recording just for myself, and I recorded one. And I kept it by myself. No CD was planned, nothing was planned, and I put it on Facebook just for the sake of putting it on Facebook. And I got the first ever message from a guy in Madrid. And he asked me, "Hola, are you the MIKE of the MIKE Della Bella project?" I say, "Yes. I heard the songs. I would like to buy the CD." I said, "There is no CD." There is no CD. And then he started to this thing started to grow, and I kept receiving a lot of calls and a lot of messages from Madrid and from Spain about this. And I had to make the CD. It was 2019. At that point, I met a lot of. I really found a family in Spain. People that love me, and I love them back. I'm 60 years old, and I'm telling you, the best friends that I have is the friends that I made 5 years ago in Spain. It's incredible.
And this guy was Jose Luis, or was another?
No. This guy was Ruben Rey. His name is Ruben Rey.
Okay.
And of course I met him after, and I met him his girlfriend, his pareja, and everything. And I always thank him very much, because it's all because of him. And that year, my album was out, and the album from Hackers was out.
Yeah.
From Fran Alonso and Hackers. Yeah. And we met, and they had a concert in November with La Fase, Sweet 91. I don't know if there was Guru together. I don't think so. No. At Choco in Madrid.
Yeah, Choco, yeah.
And at that time, I had a lot of CDs that were sold, but they were not printed. They were sold. I sent just the CD, a CDR in a kind of pocket. Okay. So I said, why not going to see the concert of hackers, because they were very nice to me on Facebook, and really some chemistry came together. So we became best friends. We became kind of artistic family, and I also got from them all their fans. All the fans of hackers became my fans.
That's great. That's the synergy, the beautiful synergy in the music world.
It's and Fran also played on my album, and you see, I have goosebumps, because really, when I talk about Spain and Madrid, it gave me so much, but they not gave me in terms of not as a musician, as a person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. That's important, and I mean, I think that between the musicians that we like the same kind of this kind of music, like Toto-ish, or however you wanna call, like
West Coast AOR.
West Coast AOR. I mean,
yeah.
I think we all feel close to each other, because it's a style that not many people like it in the world right now, and a lot of rock players say, "Oh, this is like, wow, this is cheesy." So I think that all the musicians that we like this stuff is like we feel like we are in the same group, you know. So
well, I must tell you something that may not be very popular to say, but I'm not a fan of strict melodic rock. Mm-hmm. To me, AOR is something else than melodic rock, melodic hard rock. Okay, 80s rock. For instance, I like Hackers. I do. I like a few other bands, but I don't like the genre as it is, because I find that there is nothing interesting anymore. It's all kind of reproducing something that was already done. The chord progressions are always there. The arrangement are always the same. We always have that kind of I like it, but it's enough, no? Enough. So now that, for instance, talking about my new project, I had the opportunity of doing. I wanted to do something really easier than the Man with the Red Shoes, because MIKE DELLA BELLA project is something really, really exhausting to make. Mm-hmm. To have just to think about arrangements and musicians and stuff, it gave me a lot. Also in terms of visibility, because it's not because it's mine, but it's one of the best West Coast album I think ever. It's really good. I must say this. I must say it, even if I was not convinced, but people convinced me about this. I will not be talking with you now. I have the honor of talking with you. I saw that you interviewed a lot of real musicians, not me, you know. I'm the last. La mierda de la mierda, you know.
No, I love your work. So I love your album. So, some of the people I interview, some have been my idols, but some other people I interview I didn't know them, like from other styles that I don't listen. So
so now with my new band, my new project, I had the chance of making, you know, some kind of rock 80s album, but it's to me it's cheesy. The keyboards and stuff, I feel everything sounds the same. So now with this new band Tridelli, we started in 2021-22. We went there in Spain. We had problems with singers and blah blah. Then if you want to know, I will tell you about it. But now I have we have everything planned. I think you heard something.
Yeah, I've heard the whole album and I really like it.
You do?
Yeah, I really like it, because I have some feeling similar to you. For me, in the last part of my life, in the last 10 years or so, I don't listen that much music, like new music, because I mean, when you're a musician, you spend so many years like discovering bands and artists and studying, that for the last 10 years or so, I really want to listen music. I really like it, so I put all my Toto albums, Journey or Brian Adams, whatever. So when I get to listen new albums, I mean, some people like Eduardo, I was telling you, send me, oh, you have to listen this. So I keep listening albums, but I only repeat some few albums to listen in, and like I told you before the interview, like one of the few albums that I have been listening for months has been both your albums. Also, a band I discovered. I don't know if you know Aspen Creek. Have you
No,
heard? I will send it to you because it's very similar to your the man with red shoes. It's like a like kind of Toto-ish with a horn section. The horn arrangements are incredible, and it's like that. So there's few CDs that I've been listening to, and with a lot of the AOR music, is I have the same feeling, right? That it's the same keyboard pads and same harmonies, and I'm more like into total things and things like your album, which is like very nice arrangements, horns arrangements, good guitar solos, but it's not all guitar. Like there's also a lot of keyboards so and Tridali I like it because it reminds me a lot of a little bit of Extreme and Nuno Betancourt, like the riffs, because it has a lot of funk. It's like hard rock but with funk, and I love funk. So I really like it. I think it kind of remind me of Extreme back in the day, like that they mix like hard rock but with a lot of funky stuff, and I really like it. So
well, thank you. The first idea was to make easy songs, for the radio that could be, of course, well played because the four kids are incredible, but also with funk. Yeah, I like very much like close to Mr. Big, Extreme, Richie Kotzen. This is the kind of influence that I find in Trideli, but with this new lead singer that we brought in, Marco Bucci. I will tell you about the guys. Marco Bucci is a great singer, and he brought in also some lyric writing with me. And one thing in the Mike Della Bella project, I did all the writing. In Trideli, I did not all the writing. I wrote the songs. All the music are all with Daniele Trissati, okay, the guitar player, and the lyrics are some are mine, and some are with 4 or 5 songs with Marco Bucci. And Marco is younger, and he brought into the band some fresh air. So he tried to grab a little bit from the 90s, 2000, and bring us a little bit into 2010, 2020, as in sound and as in melodies. If you heard something, you understand what I mean. But the first thing, we wanted to do something that was easy to listen, but not that from when you start to finish, you know what will happen.
yeah, but I mean, it's kind of, it seems easy, but it's not easy. I was listening to all the guitar parts from Daniele and the riffs, and there's a lot of riffs that are not easy to play. Like they are very nice riffs.
Daniele Trissati is, apart from the fact that he's a great guy, but he's a maestro because he has a classical background. He has degree from the how to say, Conservatorio Musicale. So he's coming from classical guitar, and he can play anything on this world. It's like it's my own Steve Lukather, He can play from hard rock to classical music in a really, really natural way. And he's such a good guy. So he's working with me, both with Mike Della Bella project and with Trideli. Everything started with him because Trideli is Trissati, his name, Della Bella, my name, and Lee was the name of the first singer, Damiano Libianchi, that sang with us the first 4 songs. Then he took another path, and he moved away with another band. So and he's a great singer too. But now with Marco Bucci, we are very, very happy, and you will be hearing about Trideli, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I hope so, because I really like the album and the musicians and the singer, and Marco, Daniele, like all Simon, Manuel. I really like this album, so I think it's gonna do great. And I would like to know how's the process you work with them, because now we all have our own home studios and stuff. So you get to write the songs physically with Daniele. You meet in a room, or you write ideas, send it to him, and keep sending stuff. I don't know if he lives in Rome too, like you, or...
Yeah, we are all in Rome. The idea of Tridelli was of being all from Rome because I wanted to. Well, it started like the first four songs of the EP was written by me. At that time, Daniele helped me, but not that much, you know. But yeah, we normally met two times per week in the morning normally because he has school and stuff. He has a lot of bands and he's playing around a lot. But in the morning we normally cut for ourselves 1 or 2 mornings each week, and normally he will showcase to me his riffs. He will play me something, and I will come up with some melody. I will cut here, cut there, put here this longer, take this, then and that, and then I will work on melodies and I will sing to him, and that's the way the song normally start in Tridelli between us two. Then Simone, also he's a maestro. He has degree in jazz bass at Conservatorio here also. He's playing now with one of the most important Italian singers. It's called Giorgia. He has a very, very beautiful career in front of him. He's also a very nice guy, and he comes at the end, but with his bass is never predictable. He has a very, very interesting way of playing. And Manuel Moscaritolo, he's one of the best drummers for the job because he's very talented and he's very skilled. And but the best thing is that he can improvise a lot. I mean, if you ask him to change this, change that, he will do that on the spot. Also, he's a professional. They're all professionals. They do this for a living. Of course, they don't earn a lot with Tridelli because I'm paying, but I'm paying really little now. I'm investing in promotion, production, and stuff like that. And yeah, sometimes they think that I'm crazy, but I am. Because now we are planning you know, to a small invasion of Spain next year. So we will definitely hear about Tridelli, because I don't know why, but I really got myself a lot of friends and they want to help me, you know, in some way. So I know two or three of the best people in the job. I know Vigilante, Jose Luis Vigilante. I know Rocky. I know Jesus Alijo, Jesus, the guy from Burgos, Jesus Luz, Alijo Luz.
I don't know him, but
well, and then I know Viri.
All this. You were in Mariscal Rock too, right?
Yes, I know Serrano is the guy that is taking care of. He took care of the MIKE DELLA BELLA project, and now he's taking care of kind of booking manager for Tridelli. Even if for Tridelli I'm moving a little bit more international with Metal Hammer. Mm-hmm. So Metal Hammer will be the main media reference for Tridelli, as for MIKE DELLA BELLA project was and will be for next album also Mariscal with Jose Luis Serrano. So I have the luck of meeting all these very, very good people that want to help me, and so you know, I have fun with it, and so we will try to do our best to invade Spain and Europe next year.
That's good. Yeah, I'm willing to see you guys play here, so it's gonna be great. And actually, I was thinking, I was recently in Rome, and I don't know, I was like a few days having vacation, but I tried to watch out like the concerts programming in the city, and it kind of felt that there's not many live music going on in Rome, right?
No, we have no action here. Most bands play tribute bands. Though yes, they play every day. Tribute bands play every day. There are some clubs here that play live music. They only play tribute bands. They want to go for the sure, you know. It's not easy. It's not easy to play original music here, but it's more or less, it's a little bit better, but it's also the same in Spain. It's not that easy, you know.
Oh no,
it's not that easy.
Spain is it's kind of hard. Like usually all the musicians we play like cover bands or some tribute bands too, and mostly Spanish music, pop music from the 90s, because like young people is like not, they don't go to, like, in general, to concerts. At least this kind of, I mean, maybe in the indie world there's but they go to the big concerts but not to the small clubs to see. So there's a lot of restaurants and places that they have like live musicians, but usually people go there is 30 or 40 up above, and they all want to hear like Spanish pop from the 90s or some indie Spanish pop from the.
Yeah, I know there is nothing in between that. It's true. Either something really old and local or something really new. But I don't particularly like the indie scene because I don't think that the productions are that polished. They just go there and with the strumming, you know, first position chords, and that was it. You know, they never understood what Lukather once said about adult chords. You know, they don't know what a sus is. You know, they don't know anything about that.
I mean, if you like Toto, you like, you know, Richie Kotzen, Winger, whatever. It's very unlikely, Mr. Big. It's very unlikely that you're gonna like indie or alternative music. I have the same problem. I mean, you know,
Exactly.
when you are used to listen to Lukather, Kotzen, Paul Gilbert, all these cats, you want to hear good guitarists, good guitar arrangements, like, you know, but you know, let's hope this thing comes back again with project.
We'll see.
So and with the two albums you have, are you planning also, because like Tridali, because you have the band, and you say you're going to play here, and you also are planning to do concerts with the MIKE DELLA BELLA project, because
I don't think so.
Because it's more like a studio musicians oriented music.
It's an old. Well, the second album became more an all-star band, and a lot of musicians are from abroad. We actually had one very well. We presented one at that time in a local club here in Rome, and we also went with 11 people on stage, with the real brass, 2 guitars, two background. Bravo! The production was on me. That's expensive to bring, you know, to some kind of venues. But we had a very nice first and last concert where we the guys, Mauro Scardini, the piano player, he plays keyboards and he's also kind of artistic director, you know, of the thing. He also rearranged all the tracks to have them in a live atmosphere. It was really fantastic. He did a fantastic job, and Valentina Petrossi Nana was singing, and everything was really fine. But the second album started from a really strange thing. It started from a phone call that I got from the United States. Actually, a message. I was watching TV with my wife, and I got a message from a guy that we didn't know at that time. And the message was like, call me. +1 212 was New York or something like that. It was an American number. I didn't call. I said, my wife, someone is calling me, asking me to call. Oh, don't worry. Let's watch Netflix. After half an hour, I got a message on Messenger. Please call me. And I called that number. And he was Howie Lindemann from New York. He's an old guy that was working Grammy Award winner in the 80s. And he's a very good live and studio mixing engineer. That he told me that he liked my album, he liked one, blah, blah, blah. And he introduced me to Will Lee, to the bass player. He's a good friend of his.
I love Will Lee. I have one of his album he released, like I think back in the 80s. And I love like when he played with all these jazz fusion bands and artists.
No, Willie is incredible. Willie was first call, 35 minutes on the phone
Oh,
with me that I am no one. I was no one, you know. I was just introduced by him with by a good friend, but I was no one and stood on the phone with me for 35 minutes. Then he played on 2 songs on the album, and he was very, very nice to me. And he came to Rome with his wife. We've been out with Daniele, with Faber Farina, my co-producer and good friend. Well, he's a brother to me. And he's an incredible person. He's an incredible person. By the way, if you would like to interview him, I could give you his contact, because he has 1 million of stories today. He played with everyone.
I would love to. I would love to. It would be great.
Okay, I will put you in contact. He's really, really such a nice guy. And from him started, developing. So why not Nathan East? Let's call Nathan East. Nathan East was very nice to me. I never spoke to him personally. I only shared a couple of emails with him. He recognized the Toto influence, in my music, and he played 2 tracks. Then everyone was calling the other one, and then and Shannon Forrest, I knew him since the meeting with Toto, and then I contacted the son Trevor Lukather, who gave me the horns band. The 504 horns was from Trevor. All these kind of interactions, and it came out.
You got Bill Champlin.
Bill Champlin. Okay, I'll tell you how I got to Bill Champlin. He's one of my heroes, of course. So I was inspired. Do you know Rocky, the guy, Jose Manuel? Rocky. He used to be. He's a lawyer, también, but he was also a promoter of concerts.
Okay.
He promoted Strangers. He was the first one to have a lot of Swedish bands in Spain. Anyway, he's a great friend of mine. He's a brother. And I was at his birthday with Daniele in Madrid. And we were thinking about, to mix this album, I really need a special touch. I really need some international thing, something like that. And so he told me, what about Peter Fritzstedt? I said, well, I have his albums, yes, would be great. In a quarter of an hour, he hooked me up with Peter Fritzstedt.
That's nice.
So Peter, plays with Bill Champlin and with WF, no? With Champlin and Joseph Williams.
Yeah.
So I contacted Peter, who turned out to be an incredible guy. He told me, yeah, I can help you with the production, but as for mixing, I'm not, that I can give you a contact. And he gave me the contact with Ronnie Lati, the great mixing engineer, has an extensive career. He mixed Europe, he mixed Dirty Loops, he mixed Mike Della Bella Project too. And now he's mixing Tridelli. He has an extensive career from pop to hard rock to metal. He mixes anything. And so first I had let me check. Maybe I first invited Peter in Rome for a weekend, and he came alone here. We hung up together and blah blah blah. Then when we had to mix the album, I had him and Ronnie come to Rome for 15 days. I got them an apartment, and every day Faber was taking them to the studio to mix, and to my studio here that was mixed all here, all analog, and he proved to be an incredible guy. So, and he told me, why don't you, why don't we think about Bill Champlin? I may reach him, blah, blah, blah. So I said, oh, okay, why not, So Peter called Bill, that was very, very busy, but we managed to have him on a solo for an organ part of a song, which is my favorite song of the album. It's the last one, I'd Rather Be a Fool, where we also have Semple Peterson singing the crooner part. And he also was, one friend took another one. Then I met in Los Angeles. I went for my 60th birthday. I went to NAMM with Faber Farina, my brother, and we met all these people in person. And I was bringing them limoncello and grappa and stuff like this, Also, we met also Greg Gaines that I already met with Toto in Lucca and stuff in the backstage. You have no idea what I'm doing when I'm going there, because I know the tour manager of Toto. So, and I asked him, where are the guys? And I was going, to meet them and stuff like that. And the great feeling is when he heard this album, because there was also Shannon Forrest there. So I gave him the album. Shannon was happy, and then Greg Philliggins was there. Said, "Well, what is this about?" I put him some songs. Said, "No, but you don't play this music in Italy." He said, "No, I do." And there was also the guy now that's playing with Toto, the young guy. What's his name?
The keyboard player, yeah, that guy that's like very high and.
Yes, he's Dennis Atlas. Dennis Atlas.
I talked him in Barcelona with Toto. Yeah, he's impressive.
He wanted my CD autographed.
Oh.
He wanted my autograph. That was so nice.
They are so nice.
This was in Lucca. In Lucca, I was with my brother Faber Farina, and we had a quick chat with Luke. Then I brought some extra special olive oil to everyone in the band, but I could not see the guys. So I asked the tour manager, where are the guys? They are back there. So I ran with me and Faber and with the security on our back, saying, Shannon, Mr. Forrest, Shannon, Mrs. Forrest. Say, yeah. So, and I told him, does Mike Della Bella name ring a bell? Mike, how are you? Meeting in person. And he was incredible.